Good morning students, all of you. Today in this class we will continue the chapter motion, chapter 8. That is the next topic is the types of motion in a straight line. So keep heading all of you, types of motion in a straight line. Two types of motion generally we will discuss. That is, first one is uniform motion and second one is non-uniform motion. First one is uniform motion and second one is non-uniform motion. Now come to the first one, that is the uniform motion. What do you mean by the uniform motion? What is the uniform motion? If a particles or body covers equal distance in equal interval time, known as uniform motion. First one, uniform motion. Uniform motion, from the terms uniform means equal distance travel in equal interval of time. In terms of velocity time graph, in terms of displacement time graph, you can consider that it is a straight line. I can show you that one. Uniform motion means if a body covers equal distances in equal interval of time in a straight line. Suppose a body is moving along a straight line. Notice here, a body is moving along a straight line. Suppose the length of this one is 10 kilometer. The length from the point A to B is the 10 kilometer. If we divided it into 5 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let each part of this one, A to B, A to some point here, that is the 2 kilometer. All are the 2 kilometer. This is also 2 kilometer. This is also 2 kilometer. So 6 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 8 kilometer and 2 kilometer. That is total the 10 kilometer. Suppose this 2 kilometer, the particle is moving from point A to B through this path, from this point to this point. I am giving the another name P, Q, R, S. From point A to P, suppose 2 kilometer, it moving by 20 minute late. And if P to Q is also 20 minute, all are the 20 minutes. All are the 20 minutes. So notice here, equal distance travel in equal interval of time. The time interval is 20 minutes and the distance travel is 2 kilometer. 20 minute, 2 kilometer, 20 minute, 2 kilometer. So this type of motion is known as uniform motion. Clear? Now come to the non-uniform motion, just opposite of this one. Equal interval of time but unequal. Time interval is unequal but the distance travel is equal. You can tell. Or in the opposite sense you can tell. That is, in case of non-uniform motion, if a body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, you can tell. So second one is non-uniform motion. What is the non-uniform motion? If a body covers unequal distance. For example, the same body is moving from the point A to point B in this path. If we divided this path, let this is a 15 kilometer. Total distance is 15 kilometer. Total distance is 15 kilometer. So this to this is, let this to this A to B, let A, this point is B, this point is P, Q, R. Total is 15 kilometer. Total is 15 kilometer. Now this is let the 4 kilometer. This is the 3 kilometer. This is the 2 kilometer. So 4, 3, 7, 8, 9 and this is the 6 kilometer. So total is 15 kilometer. 6, 8, 11 and 4, 15. Total is 15 kilometer. So unequal distance is traveling, but the time interval is what? Suppose 4 kilometer, it is 4 kilometer moving in suppose in 40 minutes. 40 minutes. It is also 40 minutes. All are the 40 minutes. Clear? 40 minutes. So notice here the velocity in this point from R to B is greater because here the distance travel by the particle or by the body is greater, but the time interval is time interval is less. Clear? Comparable to this one. So unequal distance traveling in equal interval of time, this type of motion is known as non-uniform motion. Clear? So you can write, if a body covers unequal distances in given equal interval of times, then it is called non-uniform motion. Now graphical representation is very important. Uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Suppose for the uniform motion, I am showing for the uniform motion. For uniform motion, if we take distance versus time graph, distance versus time, uniform, this is the S, this is the T. So it will be equal distance and equal interval of time, the graph represent straight line. It may be passing through the origin or may not. Because if the initial distance travel is 0 at t is equal to 0, then it is from the origin. And it is from the origin and it is the straight line passing through the origin. Clear? Similarly, if you take Vt graph, doesn't matter. If you take Vt graph, velocity versus time graph. Velocity versus time graph. This is a velocity, this is a time. Velocity versus time graph. So velocity time graph, you can take initial velocity is 0, you can take in this point, doesn't matter. So it is a straight line. You can take in this point also, no problem will be there. Initial velocity at t is equal to 0, some velocity was 0, here t is equal to 0, some velocity is there. But if the initial velocity is 0, then you have to take this graph. So this is the uniform motion, but non-uniform motion. How will you define? Non-uniform motion means the acceleration may be increase, acceleration may be decrease. Come to the non-uniform motion. How it looks like for the non-uniform motion? Notice. For the non-uniform motion, suppose V versus T graph, S versus T graph, S versus T. So S versus T graph for non-uniform motion, it may be this. So you can understand from this, if equal interval of time is not traveling in equal amount of time, clear? Equal distance is not traveling. So this is a non-uniform motion. If you take Vt graph, doesn't matter. So Vt graph, it may be along this, it may be along this, doesn't matter. Okay, this is the decreasing acceleration actually. This is the increasing velocity actually. Okay, so this type of motion, this is the non-uniform. Non-uniform, it will not be straight line. For uniform, it is the straight line motion. Clear? Clear? Now come to the graphical representation of motion. Very important, graphical representation of motion. Giving graphical representation of motion. Graphical representation of motion. Graphical representation of motion is the Vt graph, graphical representation in terms of St or the distance time, or in the terms of velocity time graph you have to represent it. The motion can be represented graphically by plotting the displacement time graph or the velocity time graph. First of all, it is S versus T graph, V versus T graph of motion. General representation represented by ST graph or VT graph. Clear? Now come to the ST graph. ST means displacement versus time graph. Already we have discussed about the displacement. So for uniform motion, if we take the uniform motion, what happened? First one, displacement time graph. Given displacement versus time graph. I am taking uniform motion. Also it is applicable for non-uniform motion. Clear? But a uniform motion is in your syllabus to represent. Displacement time graph is just like this. So along the y-axis, I am taking the displacement s, and along the time x-axis, we are taking the displacement time t. Now the graph, let the body at t is equal to 0, no displacement was there. So the graph is just like this. For the uniform motion, uniform means straight line motion. Uniform motion, it is the straight line motion passing through the origin. Clear? So if the initial displacement is 0, if we take 2 points, this point and this point, let the point, this one is A and this point is B, 2 point. So if we for the point T1, for the point A, what is the time? Let the time in this point is T1 and corresponding displacement is S1. Clear? Similarly, for the point V, notice, for the point V, the time is T2 and corresponding displacement is S2. So what does the slope of this graph gives? We have to calculate. Clear? So slope of velocity time graph. Slope of velocity time graph. If we complete this triangle A, B and C, then tan theta gives the slope. So right, slope of the graph, slope of AB. Slope of AB is equal to tan theta. This angle is theta. So tan theta means BC by AC, right? What is the value of BC? The value of BC from this to this, and this point is the S2 and C point is the S1. So the distance between the BC is S2 minus of S1. So is equal to slope of AB, BC is equal to S2 minus of S1 by AC. AC is this to this point. The time interval for the C is greater, that is the T2, and time interval of A is T1. So let this is a 10 second, this is a 5 second. So what is the interval? 10 minus 5. Similarly, the interval of this one is T2 minus of T1. T2 minus of T1. So right, AC is equal to T2 minus of T1. Clear? Now consider S2 minus S1 is what? S2 minus S1 is the change in displacement. That is the displacement you can write. I am not writing that one. That is the change in displacement you can write, right? Change in displacement. Okay? Divided by, this is the time interval, change in time or time interval. Time interval. So change in displacement by change in time. What is the displacement time? That is the velocity. That is the velocity. So you can consider slope of AB. AB is what? AB is the velocity, displacement time graph. So you have to remember this one, that slope of velocity time graph, displacement time graph gives the velocity, right? Slope of that is slope of displacement time graph gives the velocity of the object. Clear? Slope of velocity time displacement time graph gives the velocity of the object. Okay? Velocity of the object. So slope of this. Similarly, slope of velocity time graph gives the acceleration. We can show you. Clear? And we will calculate. So this is the displacement time graph. You have to remember the slope of displacement time graph gives the velocity of the object, and that is very important from your exam point of view. Clear? Next, come to the velocity time graph. What is the velocity time? Give heading velocity time graph. Similar method. Velocity time graph. Uniform motion. I am taking the uniform motion. Doesn't matter. So velocity time graph. Let the velocity along this direction is the v, this direction is the time t. Let the velocity at t is equal to 0. In this point t is equal to 0. The velocity at t is equal to 0 is the 0. You can take any velocity, doesn't matter, that will give you similar effect. So at t is equal to 0 and its velocity is increasing, but the motion is uniform, not the constant velocity. Not the constant, uniform accelerated motion is also there, you can consider. So similarly, if you take 2 points along this motion, I am taking the 2 points. This point is the A and this point is the B. The time interval at the point t1, let the time interval is t1 and corresponding velocity is what? v1. If you take the second point B, then its velocity is increasing. So in this point, when the time interval is t2 and its velocity is what? Velocity is v2. Time interval t2, velocity is v2. Okay. Now slope we will calculate. You have to take the slope between the point A and B. You can take any point along this line. So A and B, I am taking the slope, this one. So I am writing slope of AB. Velocity time graph, slope of AB in VT graph. It is better. Is equal to, slope means tan theta. Tan theta means height by base, that is I am taking the point name this. So BC by AC is equal to, what is the value of BC? Similar, in this point B the velocity is V2, in this point C the velocity is V1. BC by AC, this to this is the V2 minus of V1, and A to C is the time interval, this to this, that is the T2 minus of T1. So I am writing V2 minus of V1 by T2 minus of T1. So V2 minus V1 is what? V2 minus V1 is the change in velocity by time interval. What is the change in velocity by time? Change in velocity by time is the acceleration. So slope of VT graph gives the acceleration, right? This statement you have to remember. Thus slope of VT graph, velocity time graph, gives acceleration. Slope of velocity time graph gives the acceleration. Clear? Okay. So you have to remember this one. We will apply this formula to prove the equation of motion. That is the 3 equation of motion generally we will discuss. First one is V is equal to U plus AT. Second one is S is equal to UT plus half of AT square. And third one is V squared is equal to U square plus of twice AS. Increasing acceleration. Clear? So come to this point. Next, equation of motion. 3 equation of motion you have to remember to solve the numerical. Equation of motions. What are the equation of motion? What are the equation of motion? Basically, equation of motion, we will discuss three equations. We have to remember three equation of motion. First one is equation for velocity time relation. First one is what equation? Velocity time equation. First equation of motion. First equation of motion. We will prove it by using that formula. First equation of motion. What is the first equation of motion? V is equal to u plus of at. What is the u and what is the v? Suppose a body is moving from A point to B. A point to B point. And the initial velocity in this point, the velocity is what? U. Final velocity when it reached to this point, the velocity is v. Time interval is the t, and during this motion the acceleration is clear. So v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity. You can write v final velocity, u initial velocity, a uniform acceleration, and t time interval. Clear? So these four parameters, these are the relation basically between the initial velocity and final velocity. When initial velocity is given, time interval and given, acceleration obviously uniform motion given, then you can easily find out the final velocity. Or any one parameter will not be given to you, and three parameters will be given to you, and from that three parameter you can put in this formula and you can find the last one. Clear? This is the first equation of motion. Next, come to the second equation of motion. Second equation of motion. Second equation of motion. What is the second equation of motion? Second equation of motion, that is the distance travel equation for the position time relation. You can write S is equal to ut plus of half a t square. Notice here acceleration is the positive, clear, not the retardation. Negative acceleration is not over here. So you have to take all over the plus. We are taking, if the retardation is given over there, then you have to take minus sign. What does this means? S is the distance travel. What? S is the distance travel. I am using the parameter S is equal to distance traveled. A is the acceleration, similar. Acceleration. T is the time interval. Clear? So using this formula you can easily calculate the distance traveled by the particle. How will you calculate the distance traveled by the particle? Suppose a body moving from this point to this, initial velocity is given to you, and acceleration obviously given, and time interval it is given. Then in this time the distance traveled from this to this point you can easily calculate by using this formula. So this is the second equation of motion. Clear? Now come to the third equation of motion. Very important. Third equation of motion. What are the third equation of motion? Very simple. You have to remember v square is equal to u square plus twice as. Parameter v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, a is the acceleration, and s is the distance traveled. Clear? All these three parameter, all these four parameter you have to use, and you can calculate, you can easily the value of the initial velocity or final velocity or the acceleration of the particle, distance travel. All these things you can calculate from this parameter. Just you have to identify that which one you have to use, which formula. You have to identify the given parameter, which one is given to you, and after that one you have to calculate the unknown one. Clear? I think this is clear, all of you. That's all for your today's class. Thank you all.